Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of today's episode of RollPlay, the inside of a fish. I mean, Nebula Jazz. So
not all of us.
Not all of you. Let's start with the people who are not inside a fish. Jesse.
What about the fish inside?
Yes, a fish inside.
Fish inside.
My favorite pop punk band. So you are the guest, however, of one of the mighty warlords of the Agarans, Emperor Darkthrone, and we fade in on Emperor Darkthrone has invited you to the bridge, and so we see the bridge of his Agaran warship, and there is an enormous throne of steel and leather and spikes in the middle, and then there are several consoles around which other Agaran officers stand ready. Leather creaking slightly as they shift to turn their attention into the new people who have walked into the bridge. Everything is red lights and sharp angles. And before you can see, overlaid with the tactical analysis, you can see the sphere of Xanadu. And next to the throne, there are on either side like a set of very fancy looking, like lacquered black and red guitars, some of them double necked. And Emperor Darkthrone is trying really hard not to point them out and is like waiting for you to notice his cool guitars. And so he's just like looking at you and then like looks at them and looks at you, looks at them, looks at you, looks at them.
Basil takes the hint and goes, "My, those certainly are some dangerous looking weapons you have there."
Yes, that is my collection of mighty axes, which I use to slay my foes.
My, you certainly are tough.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing. It's very important to me that people think that. Because it's true. I'm very tough.
Yes, I'm aware.
But we're not here to talk about how tough I am. Soon, the entire galaxy will know how tough I am, including the Agarans, who rejected me, but that's a story for another time. Like scowls and looks down.
Those Agarans, I do hate them.
Oh, we'll show them. We'll show them all. So he looks at, and his officers are kind of like looking at him, and he looks at them, and they're like, oops, turn back to their machinery, like, don't pay attention to him. And he says, there's a spy among your people, the ones you have down there on the planet. Yes, that's right. The Agaran Huntress was in my pocket all along, sending me secret information, like where you were and the location of this place, which I followed. And now we are here. And that's how we found you. And he's just like giving people who missed the first half of the episode like a recap.
You are clever. How did you ever pull one over on us?
He says, once you understand your foe, it is a simple matter of defeating them. And he presses a button on his throne, and you see like a hologram of Rex appear, but he's got like a shitty mustache drawn on the hologram. And like it just above it in the air in red, it says "sucks" with like an arrow. And he says, "I've been studying my foe for some time."
Basil like elbows Barry, and he's like, "Oh, he's right. He does suck."
And Barry nods, like yes. Emperor Darkthrone says he's like looking. He's doing the like pacing villain thing where he's like looking at the hologram, and he says, "I have spent many long nights staring into his holographic eyes, and I can tell you this: Rex is a complete douchebag, and we have to deal with him the only way Agarans know how, with punching."
But okay, I thought you wanted revenge on the Agarans.
He nods. He says, "Yes, the Agarans and also Rex and anyone else who gets in my way, including you, robot. Don't get in my way."
What about the Benghazi?
And he nods. That is my ultimate plan, to finish the job and kill off the Benghazi forever. Then
So
there'll be no one to stop my war.
You want to fight everyone?
When you say that, like a bunch of the other Agarans are like, "Oh yeah, he gets it, yeah." And the Emperor's like, "Precisely. I will fight everyone.
Basil looks around and he's like, oh, I love you guys.
And he says, the Agarans back home, they never understood me. They said that I didn't appreciate war the way that they did, but I'll show them now that I've found Xanadu. Here's the plan. And he looks at you and he says, he like stares at you, gets all up close. He says, if you help me, I'll reward you with anything you want. And trust me, I know what you want. It is the same thing that I do, to destroy, to participate in the greatest bloodshed this universe has ever seen. And to do that, we need what's hidden inside that big golden ball. And he points at Xanadu. And the only way to get at that is your friend, Artemis.
Oh, I'm in. I like where this is going.
Yeah, he nods like, yes, good. Your cooperation is noted. And when the new and glorious Imperium of Emperor Darkthrone covers the universe in blood and chunks of meat and stuff, then we will remember you as being loyal to our Imperial cause. And like punches his chest with like a slightly oversized leather glove because they didn't have mediums at the store when he went to
Basil like taps his chest a little bit and he goes, I can't wait.
And and so he says, we're going to need your help. First, I'm gonna. He like looks at you. He's like, I was gonna rough you up a little, for believability, but you look pretty roughed up as it is.
Basil just sort of looks at his body. He's like, I'm aware.
I mean, no offense, like it's fine, but I just
no, none taken.
Because I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. Because
I don't feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I wouldn't
my
want
life
you to
is
feel bad
uncomfortable
about the way you look. It's important.
No,
okay, good. Just you're fine. You
I
look
would
like
never. No.
And it's fine. I won't.
I've been in many fights like
Good.
you, except I came out on the losing end. That's why
you're
in charge,
we get in
pal.
fights all the time, all of us.
Yes,
everyone.
you're very
It's a lot
tough.
of fighting.
I know you're. I'm
punching
aware.
and fighting and slapping, all of it. Just all of those
I
things.
can't do that anymore. I'm getting
that
old.
I use to defeat my enemies.
Yes, you have those tools.
Yes.
Whew, look at these hands.
And we understand each other.
We
Good.
do.
So it's all right. So we're gonna send you back down to the planet, and you're to find Artemis and convince her to open the vault and give us access to whatever secrets are within.
Wants to do that anyway, but okay. Sure.
Good. Then take them away from her. We cannot let these fall into Mingasi hands.
And how will I know to contact you? Where? What can I do?
He hands you completely like it's like it looks like spiked like knuckles with a speaker in the middle. It's like an Agaran communicator, but it's completely like uncomfortable looking. And he hands it to you, and he says, once Artemis has gained access to the inner sanctum, you will let me know by way of this communicator. Be careful with it; it's very sharp. And then my strike team, and he looks over at Barry, and Barry's like, she's like, yes, sir, strike team is ready. Then my strike team and I will descend down onto the planet and seize the secrets, whatever they might be, and then use them to create the ultimate weapon that we will then wage war upon all those who ever laughed at us and pushed us in our lockers. I mean, stood in our way.
Basil grabs like the tip of one of the spikes. It's like, okay, so when we call you, you win, I get a new body, yes?
Yes, a body that would strike fright into the hearts of any sentient who would look upon it with their eyes.
Oh, much like you, I suppose.
No, I won't be scared of it. That's not. Oh, you mean scared like they're scared of me?
Right,
yes,
right. Yeah,
I
okay.
am also fearsome in that way.
Yes, all right. Yes, you are very quick.
I work out a lot, and Barry go to the gym like
you are
twice a week.
Oh my, you will be a great overlord. Let me tell you.
He like kind of tries to do that thing where he like tries to flex his pecs, but it doesn't really work. He's like, yeah.
Basil like squeezes one. He's like, oh, so strong.
And and he says, so we will transport you down to the planet using our Agaran stealth technology, which I understand completely intuitively because I understand it. We'll send you in a shuttle down to the planet, and you will do our bidding, and the Empire of Darkthrone will reward you for your loyalty in the future. I mean, your loyalty now, but the reward is later.
Right. No, I follow. Oh, I follow. I'm so
Barry,
excited.
Take
betray
him
my
to
friend.
the shuttle.
Okay,
room.
Bear, let's go.
Okay, so Barry takes you, and the three of you, you and the two guards are walking out, and Barry kind of like looks over you. He's like, I think that went really well.
I do too.
Yeah, so we see you walk out into the hall and the door shuts. So meanwhile, back down in the alien.
There's a dead
fish.
penguin.
Yeah, meanwhile, dead penguin. So yes, light falls on face down the floating form of Maurice, the adventurous penguin. What do you do?
I'll splash over and like flip him over too.
Okay. You flip him over, and he's just like lying there. His eyes are shut. His little penguin body covered in blood and fluids.
Hey, I like pat his little penguin face.
Little penguin slap. He seems he's not responding.
I put an ear to his chest.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was very much affected by your personification of that emperor. Now,
Thank you. I quite like him. I have a very clear mental image of what he is.
I feel like
I put-
Adam was too, because he just tried to speak normally and failed.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Sometimes you take the character upon yourself, and other times the character seizes control of you. And I'm trying to separate myself here from the emperor. He's a great guy. So, all right. So you like kneel down in the goo and like go to press your ear to his little chest.
yeah.
Just like very faintly, you hear like.
He's alive.
He's barely holding on.
He's alive. He's alive. And I like hand the glow stick back to Luna.
Okay, I grab it. And what do you plan on doing?
I don't know. Getting him out of the water first. And I like, or whatever this is. I like gently pick him up and like put him on the solid ground.
Okay. All right. So you walk over to a lumpy section where some of this stuff is congealed around a piece of garbage and kind of like set him down on it. Yep.
I don't know. Do you know, like you're a doctor or something? Do you know like how to get somebody to cough up stuff or?
Keep going. This is entertaining. Keep going.
I don't
thought
know.
you had the plan. You grabbed him. I mean, we could just let him die, and then I could study him. Then we could learn how to, swim.
Let him die. He seemed like a cool dude or a cool penguin. I don't know what he is, but like.
I pass the flare back. Just hand it back to her. Okay, fine. Can I? Because he had blood on him, right?
I mean, he was covered in it. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to examine his body and see where he's potentially cut open.
Okay.
If he's cut open.
I mean, he's like movie traumatized in that he has no obvious wounds, but it's just like dying.
Right.
And has blood everywhere.
Well, I mean, because you have blood everywhere, and so does everybody. I got blood. You got blood. Everybody's covered in blood.
Oh,
Blood and goo now.
We're just
really cute.
fluids. There's just fluids everywhere.
I was gonna say I didn't know we were covered in blood. That's disgusting. Goo I can handle.
You're inside a Jackson Pollock painting made out of body fluids.
Okay, never mind.
Do not turn your black light on in here.
Noted. So yeah, I guess I
You just got that. Keep going.
yeah. I'm not
Sorry.
really a doctor.
I
more
blew
of
it
a
all on the taco
scientist.
joke at the beginning, and now I just can't keep up.
Well, shit. Is he's breathing?
Very, very slightly, like he's fading fast.
I mean, there's no point in giving him CPR, so I guess I'm gonna try and get whatever. Is something stuck in? Can I tell if something's stuck in his throat or like clogging up his pipe?
I mean, he's just dying, so like whatever medical thing that you describe could possibly also save him.
Dying.
Fuck, are you kidding me? I'm not a. I just look at.
Listen,
Artemis.
how many hours of this game have we played together? The specificity of his dying is totally irrelevant. He's just dying, but you're also just a doctor, so whatever
I'm
you
not
do
a
is
doctor.
fine.
I'm a scientist. I don't know why people keep thinking.
I don't know.
Examine.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you are.
I examine dead bodies.
I mean, you could try. You could try to just describe whatever medical shit you do, and then we'll make a roll and we'll see if it works. Hey, here's somebody you could put a syringe in.
I'm going to put a fucking syringe in this guy. I'm gonna take out this little
syringing.
device. It looks like a little tiny. It looks like a phone almost, but it's not a phone. And some numbers come up on it, and you see a percentage and a dial. And I take the syringe and I wrap it around his little flapper, his wing, and I poke it in, and then some numbers start coming up on the device. And so I get like his oxygen levels, I get his heart rate, I get all of that.
Yeah, all of the little meters are like doing that thing where they're red and they're like going slower and slower
and his like blood levels and what, like, if anything's in it. But I want to see if there's anything that through this device I would be able to tell like what specifically is going wrong. Like if it's his breathing, like his lungs are going out.
Okay. Yeah. Make a careful roll. Do an exam.
Yes.
So difficulty 2. Oh, it freaking destroyed it.
Nice.
So careful. That's the most careful you could possibly be. All right. So you see on your little device the like lines, and it's like scanning, and it shows the little penguin like body, like they do in Fallout, and shows it, and then like there's a little sad face next to it, and everything's blinking red. Just his whole body is just wrecked. All his bones are busted up. His organs are being deorganed. The best you can do is maybe buy him a few moments to deliver a pithy last rejoinder, and then expire.
I take out this little green sphere.
Uh-huh.
And I look at Artemis, and she knows what it is. And then I look at the penguin.
I mean, I know what it is, and Artemis knows what it is, and everyone in the audience knows what it is. But why don't you remind us just for you two? Why don't you just for them, because they don't remember. But why don't you just for YouTube tell them what it is? Whatever.
Listen,
because I know. I just want to say
it's gonna help him because it's gonna reconstruct his insides and maybe a little bit of his outside. Not much, a little bit, just a little bit. To look like me.
Oh, I see. It's your Luna. You want to make a tiny half penguin hideous monstrosity. It's gonna be horrible.
It's gonna be a monstrosity here. And I'm like, well, this should, I guess, this will at least tide him over. He might not be very happy with how he looks, but I don't know how to keep things alive. I just know how to examine them once they're dead. I could let him die. I look at Artemis. I'm like, I could let him die. I mean, then I would know.
No. Yeah, just turn him into a green thing. I don't know.
Okay, but if he's mad, then I'm gonna say it was all you. And then I crack it open.
Yeah, fair.
And all the fumes start like going inside his mouth and nostrils.
Okay. Yeah.
So
he breathes them in. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Just can't imagine it's gonna go well in any way, but I mean we'll find out. So you want to save him, but the side effect here is that he turns into some kind of like hideous penguin version of you.
I would say that he turns into like this greenish penguin that grows like elf ears and like luxurious green hair, but like it doesn't actually look. Yeah.
Pretty penguin.
It's like if I had sex with a penguin and we had a baby.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah. We're done. Good night, everyone.
I'm out.
Thanks for showing up. It was a long hiatus, but I think we can all agree it was worth it coming back.
I do not want to be a part of this anymore. I'm done. I'm done with this planet. We're good. All right. So, yeah, thank you for helping clear up what we are going to see. Let's have you make a roll. Let's have you make a clever roll. I think to save Maurice the Penguin, it's going to be a difficulty of 5.
Okay.
I'm sure you've got something you can apply.
I'm a master of chemical engineering.
You also have applied chemistry. You are prepared. Yeah, you can use that one for free if you want.
Oh, you're right. I am prepared. I made some of these so that way, just in case anything happened.
Just in case you need to turn someone into a version of you that was a lot. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think that you let the vapors of this sphere kind of drift into his everywhere, and then there's a faint like twitching of the muscles. His little feet like flap a little bit. He lets out a pained groan in French Penguin, and then you start to hear his like bones reconfigure. So there's like a faint cracking.
I'm smiling. I got this devious smiling. This is great.
Yeah, right. And that's
Right,
mainly,
that's
we don't see it.
horrifying.
We hear it. It's like this wet, cracking, like chewing noise. But really, we're focused on Luna's face, and you're just like all like excited and
It's
terrifying.
like one of those like whenever like the mad scientist is like it's alive.
Yeah,
and you get the thunder flash behind me, lightning.
Yeah. And when we pan down, finally, we see, it's a penguin-shaped creature with like long, luxurious green hair and pointy ears, and then a beak, beautiful beak coming out of its face, and like one Luna eye and one little beady penguin eye. And at the end of one of its flippers, a little like half-formed human hand. And he's kind of alive. And he like opens his hideous mutated eyes and looks up at you, I guess, like Artemis. And he's like, what has happened to me?
And before he says, I'm like, hold still. And then like my syringe stops taking like a sample of his blood. Then I undo it from his hand flapper, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And I put it back in my pocket. Like I now have a blood sample from like the changed transformation. And I'm like, man, I thought I had this down, but I can see that it's not quite ready. And I look at Artemis.
You were basically dead. It was all that we could think of to help you.
He reaches
How do you feel?
up with a flipper and like touches his face, and he's like, "Give me a mirror. I want to see it."
There is.
No.
We don't have a mirror.
Give it to me!
There's no mirror.
Someone does. You have on you.
Fine.
No,
Here's a mirror.
For the bit, you have a mirror, okay?
Like a little hand mirror. You
Here,
better
sure.
disguise yourself.
Yeah,
So you-
I've got here. Let me get out my disguise kit.
Right? Yeah.
Dump some fucking flesh water out of there.
So we see his little flipper reach for it. And we get the whole like Twilight Zone-y, like scary theremin music playing. He takes it from you, and we see it like come up onto his hideous bird elf face. And there's a moment, and he just like, starts to laugh. He's like, and then like throws the mirror aside, and is just like laying there like laughing maniacally.
and I look at Artemis. I'm like, I don't see what's so funny.
Maybe he likes it.
And he gets up. He leaps up suddenly, and he's got like one human foot sticking out under his little penguin like flab, and then one flipper. And he looks up at you, Luna, and he says, "I will never forgive you for this. If it takes me all my days, I will get my revenge for turning me into this monster." And he like dives into the slime, swims away.
I look at Artemis and I'm just like, see, I should have just killed him. I should have just let him die.
I mean, what you did was arguably worse than letting him die. But sure.
Artemis guilted me into this. You can't blame me. I got guilted into turning him to a freak.
Artemis, for all of your days, you will be haunted by the hideous mutant face, half human, half penguin, of Maurice.
Look,
Horribly mutated.
this is my birthright. Fucking with
Right.
people's bodies.
So, meanwhile, elsewhere in the creature, Rex, you're the last thing we saw you was like, I'm gonna wake my friends up, and you kick the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you and your broken robot friend are still where you were before. The DeLorean dislodged, but not functional.
Okay, I don't know what to do. Rex is too stupid to fix this car. The robot is even more stupid, and I don't think it worked. His friends aren't here, so
The robot looks up at you from his place lying on the ground, and he says, You look perplexed. Like you're not sure what to do in this situation. Perhaps you once knew someone who could have given you some advice about how to make a robot and a car operate as one organism.
No,
Is there anyone you ever knew that might have helped you with that?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a shame. What a shame that is. Oh, well, I suppose we're trapped in here forever.
We're fucked.
Well,
He lies down on the bonnet of the car and just crosses his feet.
If you lie still long enough, you'll grow barnacles. They're very nice. Could you turn me over? I'm sort of face down in the muck here. Hello? Are you still there? Heroic Savior? Have you gone? Oh well, easy come, easy go, I suppose. You and me now, barnacles. Like in the old days. He just kind of like goes quietly, just like slowly drifts off talking to himself.
Yeah, Rex, he's just lying on the bonnet of the car, and he slowly drifts off to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's sleeping, he has a dream.
Yeah.
It's not quite a dream, more a flashback of a time where himself and Quinn, they were swallowed by a sandworm.
Right, of course.
And inside the sandworm was a nuclear fusion core.
Right, yeah.
And a scooter that had no fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And action. Well, this is how we die, Quinn.
I don't know. There's a scooter and a nuclear fusion core. And if there's one thing I learned hackerjacking, it is you can combine anything with wires. If you just take the red wire and plug it into the red wire, you create a complete circuit that bypasses the laws of physics. It works every time.
There's no way that's true, Quinn.
You would think it wasn't, but this is space, dude. It just works that way. Trust me. And then I just claw at stuff.
Is that the only time that Quinn has ever called anyone dude before? Because it sounded really out of place. I like it.
Yeah. It's normally only happened when we had our bromance.
Right.
It's just I think, the dream ends with a sandworm exploding as Quinn and Rex will be on the back with his hands round Quinn's waist. They ride out on a nuclear scooter from the sandworm, and he wakes up.
Space.
Yeah, and the explosion that happens in the dream. The explosion that happens in the dream is actually another roar from the beast that shakes him awake.
Nice. Yeah. Listen, Rex is getting old. His memory's not perfect. The rainbow scooter into space might not have actually happened, but we're close enough. So suddenly, you wake up. Ugh. What do you do?
I wonder. Hey, you still here? You still with me?
Yes, I'm unable to move, so just lying here.
Okay, cool. Let me get you up here. Rex turns him over and lifts him up.
Yeah, so you pull him up and turn him over, and he's like, "Oh, that's better."
Listen, I'm gonna need this. And I want to just punch into his chest and steal.
Okay, all right, this will kill him, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Which is fine.
They're just fine. I'm not judging. So you jam your hand into him and yank his power core out. And as the residual energy in him fades, he looks at you and he says, "In the end, I suppose, death is the liberator of us all."
All right, glad that's over with.
Discard his corpse.
Yeah, it's throw it aside and I lift up the hood of the car.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so you have this big glowing kind of like glass and ceramic object with wires dangling off of it, and it's thrumming with power. You hold it in front of you, we see your face illuminated by its energy.
I need to find where we go. What colored wires are hanging off of this power core?
Oh, just all the colors, which your character would be able to tell apart. So yes, there is a red wire definitely hanging from it.
Bingo. And Rex looks around, but he can't see a red wire under the hood of the car.
Okay. Nice. You like dig around.
He shoves the skull out the way and climbs in the front seat.
There's just like, for some reason, there's a ton of bones just in the front seat. You just keep finding more bones to throw.
It's like
out.
8 humans.
Yeah, eight different skeletons. You know, but okay. Right.
And he looks, and he kind of reaches up under the steering wheel and pulls some wires down, and sure enough, there's a red one.
Yep.
And he breaks it, and then reattaches it to the nuclear fusion core, and reattaches it to the nuclear fusion core, red to red.
So
and then sits back.
I would really love to compel some trouble here. So I did a quick Google, and the eyes of sharks function over a wide range of light levels, but only have a single long wavelength sensitive cone.
All right.
So are therefore totally colorblind.
Here's the best part. I feel like we should roll to see if the wire's red.
You want to roll randomly to see?
Yes. I think we should pick like 1 to 6.
Yeah, I think you have. I'll give you we'll collaborate on this. I'll offer you if Rex is and the Sharknoids are colorblind. I will offer you this. You can take it, but I'll give you a 1 in 6 chance of.
No, we are absolutely colorblind.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just roll a d6. If you can get a, what do you want? You want a 1 or a 6?
Let's say a 6.
I need a 6. Okay. All right. So
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
What's so good about this whole scene is that like Rex is looking at the wires and he's holding like a blue wire and a red wire. He's like, bingo.
Yeah.
Like he's so smug about it. Like,
But the
I
review doesn't
got
come for a few scenes. Like the people watching the movie are like, why the fuck is he holding a red and a blue wire? And then eventually, like 3 scenes in, they cut to his perspective, and it's just it's grayscale.
Totally. Like Quinn's voice in overlay, like the red wire to the red wire, bingo.
Yeah. And he starts the engine.
Okay. All right. So you tie the wires together, sit down in the seat of the DeLorean, reach up for the key, you turn the key. We hear the first like 4 or 5 notes of the Knight Rider theme, and then the car explodes. Okay. We'll come back to you in a second.
Fantastic.
So Basil, where do you have Barry and his elite strike team in their cloaked shuttle drop you off?
Everyone, the last place that I would assume everyone was, right? Because I don't know what has happened since.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine outside the weird thing they went into.
Yeah. Yep. So the termite people that was chasing everybody, they've returned to their hive to mourn their queen. And so you just see this like structure, and it's still open.
So I turned back to everyone. I'm like, okay, gang, wait here. Don't follow me. You don't want to be spotted.
And they kind of like look at each other, and there's a team of these like they're in their like strike team gear, which is very similar to their guard gear, and there's lots of chains and like leather, and they're ready for action.
They have bandanas now.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Trouble.
Yeah. They look like they were designed by H.R. Giger and Rob Halford. And so there's a team of these like half dozen like elite Agaran warriors ready to go. But you're like, no, stay here. I'm going to. And then you can step out, and we can see, because we're seeing it from the perspective of the audience, we can see the sort of shimmering kind of cloaking field, but it's functionally invisible. And you step outside, and the door closes, and you have the spiky communicator, and then you can communicate with them whenever you're ready to.
Yeah. So I walk into I guess I'm looking for, I don't know what I'm looking for. I just walk in. I walk in assuming I'll find them inside. Hello, friends. It's me, your lovable rambunctious robot, hello.
Okay. So you're walking down this dusty hallway, the one we saw at the beginning of the episode, and there's just the sound of your own voice echoing off the walls.
Well, this is terrible. All right. Can I see if there's any path that they might have taken?
Yeah. There's only one way to go. You can walk down the thing, and I assume you're doing this while you're walking. It lights up as you walk.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you get to what looks like a well, like a big empty kind of hole that just descends down into the earth.
Is there any way to descend safely, or is it just like, screw it, there's a hole?
There's just like a big dark like pit.
Hello.
Yeah, it echoes off the walls of this well.
Basil looks around and sort of like picks up a stone or like a piece of rock of some sort and tosses it down the hole.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a full 10 count before you hear a very faint like bloop.
Oh, what the hell? I'll get a new body anyway. I'd jump in. Nice. Okay.
Whoop, step off the edge. All right. So that's what we see. We just see we see you from the outside. You take one step and then just like fall into the dark. Meanwhile, back in the trash bladder, what are Luna and Artemis? What are you doing?
I guess we're looking around for another exit.
Okay. Yeah. So there is
every now and then I'll be doing a hello.
Yeah, it just echoes off the walls.
Yeah.
I think that you find the like ventral trash bladder sluicing sphincter
Sure.
at the other end, and it regularly, as with some kind of internal biological clock, like regularly like opens and shuts. So there's a series of like kind of flesh gates that go and open, and when they open, they like suck some of the fluid and debris through, and then they seal up again. There's this it's like a garage door size for you.
Okay.
That's at the other end, kind of from where you came in.
Well, are we going through there?
I don't see that we have a choice. Did you see where the well, I don't know what to call it anymore, but did you see where that guy swam off to?
No, but he seemed like he was really upset with you, and like he might I don't know, kill us in deranged madness. So maybe we should just leave. Isn't that thing temporary though? Like, won't he be really upset with us and be green and weird, and then one day just wake up and be a normal penguin inside of this thing?
I mean, did you ever use the serum? I mean, I never saw you use it, but did you?
Yeah.
How did it?
I was you for like too long, to be honest, like way too long.
How much like me?
I looked exactly like you.
So it worked on you, but it didn't work. It didn't work on him. I'm like.
Is that what it was supposed to do? Is make me look like you? I thought it was supposed to. Never mind.
I mean, if you want to give me a sample of your DNA, I could make one specifically designed for you.
The music gets like a little sexy.
And as she reaches out, I really do. I like poke her real quick with the syringe.
Cool.
Like,
Great.
Okay. I'll get this to you later. We should. I don't think yelling is helping. I think that you should try hitting the wall some more.
What? I don't want to hit the wall again. You do it.
I mean, it's clear that there's a window of escape here, right? Like the sections of sphincteral like opening, they open in order. So there's like a bunch of them. There's like a half dozen, and they open in order and then they shut. And you could probably time it and like run through without getting smushed by the thing as they snap shut.
Okay.
but it's a gamble. You gotta make a roll.
Can I create an aspect?
Yeah, totally. What do you want to
for us like watching them open and close and like timing it out and stuff?
Totally. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, make a careful roll.
Oh, okay.
That is not going to be sufficient. You do need.
It's very dark in here.
But if you use one of your fate points, you can get it, but it'll just bank the aspect for later. But if you don't, if you just leave it and you fail, then I get another thing I can do, and you're about to make a roll to jump through a sphincteral barrier. So this is dangerous business for you.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll use if I how much, like if I hit it out of 2,
if you get the 2,
exists,
essentially
right?
you're trading your fate point for an aspect that you or Luna can use.
Right, but it doesn't have a free hit on it. It just exists.
It does have a free hit, but you're losing a fate point to make that happen.
Oh, then yeah, do it.
Yeah, you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know that I have anything else that I'll be able to tap.
Okay, so what do you want to call it?
Please name it for me because
I'm about to.
I was about to say time, but so please.
Okay.
Just help.
Okay, this is what we're gonna here. Let me just go ahead and put that on there for you. Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're watching the sphincter snap open, snap shut, snap open, snap shut. Readying your time butt for action. And you're just gonna be like, let's go, and like run.
And go.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So both of you will need to make a quick roll.
Okay.
And I will roll to have the sphincter
come on.
defend itself. Wow, those are not good. Okay.
Those aren't good rolls.
See how I do.
Hey.
All right, there you go. Okay.
Get rocked time.
All right. So so you're okay. You didn't even need that. You're good. So you time it and you're like 1, 2, and then you run and then and they're snapping these walls of flesh are snapping shut behind you as you run through them. And then the two of you, I guess who's in front? Artemis, did you go first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So Artemis, you run out front, you get past the last wall, and then come to a arm pinwheeling stop because you're at the edge of a waterfall. There's a big drop off of like fluid of this like river kind of like gushing in spurts down off into the darkness, and then Luna runs up behind you and bangs into you and like pushes you forward. What are the two you gonna do? Because Artemis is about to tumble forward off the cliff.
Can I try to grab and maybe there's some like cartilage or something, like something a bit firmer than all of this gushy shit that I can grab?
Yeah. Sure.
Sharks don't have bones, right? So maybe this is like another sea creature that just has cartilage everywhere.
Why not? Sure. That's fine. You can make a roll to try to grab something. Luna, do you want to try to do anything, or you just kind of like bump into Artemis like sorry and just watch
I mean, because I'm still in the thing, so I'm gonna try and grab her and keep her from falling. Like
okay,
try to grab her and like pull, like yank us backwards.
Yeah, Artemis, I think this scene is still the same, so you can still use your assessment of the situation. You're ready. Make a quick roll with a +1, difficulty 4. Yes, you don't even need that. You're killing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it look like? You grab onto something. Is this just like you steady yourself, or do we get like a cool Indiana Jones like swing out and swing back thing? Or
yeah, I think I managed to, of course, I managed to stop myself and grab onto something. I'm like, oh, and then she just slams into me and my feet like slip out, but I'm still able to hold on.
Yeah, and that's when Rex detonates the DeLorean, turning the whole room sideways and dropping both of you off the cliff.
Great.
So there's suddenly like an explosion. And everything shakes, and the two of you tumble down into the darkness. Let's see how bad that explosion fucks you up. I'm gonna attack you, Rex, with unexplosion.
Okay.
And you tell me how you're defending yourself. So you're just like,
I mean,
turn
it's
the
just,
key.
I think it's literally throws his hands up. Like, what is he gonna do?
right, yeah, okay. So just forceful. You're not going to try to throw yourself free of the explosion. Just try to not take it in the face or organs.
Sure. Let's say that it's one of those like noises, and he realizes that this is about to blow, and dives as far as he can.
Okay,
Adam
all
got
right.
a 7.
I got 7.
FYI.
So
I mean, I'm just gonna roll quick.
diving.
All right, 1.
Okay, all right.
Oh no.
And then I guess we do like an outlaw sharkanoid. Can I do an outlaw sharkanoid?
You're used to diving away from explosions.
Dude, I've been in my share of explosions. It's you
You're
know.
getting a lot of mileage out of that. I like it. It's good. Okay.
So yeah, let's make it a 3, and then I'll take a lot of stress.
You'll take, so it's not combat, so you're going to take the consequence, but it'll last the rest of the session, and I'll get a free shot on it.
Okay, that's moderate, right?
That is moderate. What do you want to call it?
It'll be a 2 session.
Yeah,
What do you want to
call it? It's about getting exploded in a DeLorean. Let's call it. What do you think? Because it's just about getting exploded. I don't know. Let me see. How about? I got one.
How about colorful collateral?
I got a good one. You can let me know if you can let me know if this one is appropriate. Here, what do you think of? What do you think of that? How's that sound?
Wait, where is it?
It's on next to your character sheet.
Okay, sure.
All right, there you go. So where we're going, we don't need organs. So you just get like shrapnel and fire, and you're thrown aside. And I think for now, it's that like ringing in your ears. You stand up. There's the burning DeLorean. You, like stagger. It's all wobbly.
Like human bones just raining around me.
Yeah. And then that's when there's a flood of like fluid and goo and blood. Something crashes into you, and you are knocked down on the ground.
Cool.
So everybody, there's just like darkness. Everybody is like knocked out.
All right.
So when we fade back in, we see a pair of black leather boots walking through the semi-dark, moving towards you. It's illuminated by the burning car. There's like puddles of blood everywhere, and we pan back and we see Leviatha, and she's kind of like picking through the rubble, and she walks over, and she like turns Rex over on his back, and like looks at him. And shakes her head, walks over to Artemis and Luna, where they lie, having crash landed into this area.
Oh, we're all in the same room now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she walks over and she kneels down to you, Artemis, and like just like brushes the back of her fingers across your cheek, like delicately. She looks at you, and then she scowls, like, "Oh, what am I doing?" Like stands up and turns away. And I think Artemis, you wake up. And through the blur and like wiping the blood out of your eyes, you see her back, and yeah, she's just standing like looking away and like whispering quietly to herself.
Leviathan.
And she turns around. She's like, "Hey, it's okay, don't talk." She kneels down. She's like, "You're gonna be okay. Are you?" And she like kind of like lifts you up a little bit. Like, you all right? How are you feeling?
I'm kind of like looking around, seeing if I can find Luna, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just sort of like.
I pop up behind them. I'm like, yeah,
Looking around.
I'm okay too. I'm okay. And I'm like rubbing my head.
But
Yeah,
you like you're off in the background, like blurry and muted.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Leviatha and Artemis are like lit from above like a spotlight. And she's like holding you like, I was really worried you were hurt. And it very slowly, the audio engineer like is just raising the volume on Just Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore, like really slowly. And she's like looking at you, and her bloodshot eyes and her terrifying warrior face. It's just like there's a moment of like worry. She's like, hey, I'm glad you're okay.
I pass out again.
And she like squints at you. She's like, hey, and like slaps you a couple of times. Like, you come to, and when she does it, she's like, hey, the music drops in the soundtrack, and she slaps you again, and then you wake up and you look up, and then the music snaps back in. Like it gets all like romantic again all of a sudden. She's like, I was really worried that you were dead.
Me too. I like try to sit up.
Yeah. And she's like, no, don't move. Like kind of holds you, like just like looking at you really seriously, but not saying or doing anything.
I just kind of like
Just kind of looking at you, her eyes like sparkling.
I just kind of lay there like everything hurts.
Right. And then we go from the kind of like Vaseline lens, like that's all shot very romantically and very close up, to like a much wider shot of like Luna puking on the ground and like Rex getting up and like burning garbage, and she's just like holding you, looking at you, and then she looks around and is like, yeah, no, you're fine, and just like drops you and stands up.
It's like goo splashes in the air.
Yeah. And she gets up and kind of like wipes herself off and looks around, and she says, "Yeah, well, so you assholes are all still alive, and that's great. That's good. Nice work, Rex, getting us swallowed. But I guess that was the plan. So
Rex,
here we are."
Hey, fucking Thuja, I don't need your shit right now. All right.
And she scowls at you like, oh, "My name is Leviathan, you piece of shit." Thuja behind her is like, "I don't need your shit anyway," and disappears. People keep doing that to me today. Yeah, Leviathan, like, yes, just squints at you, and she says, "Well, we got to get out of here somehow. Where's that penguin pipsqueak?" Oof.
Oh, we turned him.
Maurice is alive? Whoa.
Yeah, he's good. He wants
Maurice!
to stay here. No, he's good. He wants to stay here.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. See, what she's not telling you is that
when you yell for Maurice, and as Luna's explaining this to you, we cut to like the same room but somewhere nearby, behind like a lump of flesh, and we see the hideous mutant Maurice like rubbing his fin and hand together, and he's like, Soon, Maurice, you will have your revenge. Yes, revenge upon them all. And like staring up from behind this lump. Meanwhile, go ahead, Luna. Sorry to interrupt.
It's fine. I wouldn't. Things have changed. Maurice almost died, and I was going to let him die, but Artemis insisted that we keep him alive. And there was only one thing that I knew how to do.
You turned him into her, but like part her, part bird.
No, see, I used the serum.
That is exactly what happened. You turned him into part you, part bird.
That was exactly the only way to say it. I listen.
That is absolutely a fate worse than death.
I was gonna let him die, but he's alive, and I just shrug. I'm like, and he's angry.
Hey, well. The gang's back together. How do we get out of here?
What blew up?
Cut to Basil. The gang's back together. Not you, Basil.
The whole gang, every member.
Everybody who's important is back together.
Every single one of us is here.
Not
I feel like something's missing, but I can't put my finger on it.
I feel like a horrible burden has been lifted from my shoulders once everybody's back together. All right, so Leviathan looks at the burning wreck, looks at you, the burning wrecks, and she says, "Is this your doing?"
I know it was wrong. I connected the red wires, and it just didn't go the way it was supposed to. You know?
Yeah, and she looks at you. She's like, Well, I mean, that always works. The red wires. You just think, and then
Right?
What was it? I like kind of walk toward it a little bit.
Yeah. She puts her hand out in front of you to stop you, and she's like, "No, it's Earth technology. It could be dangerous."
What?
And you turn and look at it, and she says, "Yes, I've seen something like this before. These pieces of Earth technology."
I feel like you've seen many things like this, and he gestures at the smoldering pile of metal that is burning next to them.
She looks at it and she nods and she's like, "Nice pile, good work. I like the bones."
Yeah.
And we're not here to talk about art, Rex. We got to get out of this thing.
Well, I mean, that was our way out. Ha! Wait. Let me show you something else. You're gonna like this. And he brings her to the bruise.
Okay, all right.
He's like,
The two of you
kick
walk over. There's this
Kick
like livid purple spot.
kick it.
And she's like, kind of like gets a little running start at it and boots it. And yeah, the whole thing just like shakes and like rumbles. And you all do the TNG, and then she looks at it and she's like, "Okay, it's a good bruise. What are we gonna do with it?"
What if we just keep hitting it? I don't.
Rex,
What do you think?
we're still underwater. Right? Like, if we just keep kicking it, eventually he might throw us up or something, and then we'll just die in the well, not you. Okay, fair enough. You're fine.
That's right. Anyway, what if we just keep kicking it?
Leviath is all about that. She like the Agaran principles of operation are just like kick it and punch it till it stops doing the bad thing or does the thing.
Good. Luna, you said you could give everyone gills, right?
No.
Yeah, if I were in my lab with your DNA.
What do you need from a lab that you can't get here? He
Oh,
gestures
you know-
at the pile of bones and half a robot torso and a flaming car.
This is the part where we pause and the fucking narrator comes on and is like, Rex obviously doesn't know what science is. Like, what can you get in a lab? Like, just burning garbage, some bones. What do you need? Come on.
Huh?
You mean besides, we're missing the whole lab? The
All right.
whole lab, the
What do you
entire
need?
lab?
Fire? Got it. A container? And he holds up a skull upside down. Got it. Wires and shit? And he points at the dead robot torso.
Burning
Got it.
chunks.
And no. I just like face palm and just like start walking the other way. Like,
You're gonna die if you don't do it. You know what?
okay, so since these things were clear here, can we like search to see if there's like anyone else in here? Like scuba divers that got swallowed, maybe? Anyone with some sort of breathe machine?
I was
that
actually
got
thinking
swallowed?
the same thing. Any Mingasis who happened to be like doing some deep sea diving that got swallowed.
Deep sea Mingasi divers who got lost inside. That's a pretty big stretch.
What? We have a robot that got swallowed.
Yeah, and he had a really interesting backstory that he was ready to share with you, except that you ripped his heart out.
Yeah, I don't. For a
I
second.
didn't do that.
I don't think that that's not certainly not here. There's certainly another like way you could try to find to get out of here, but like just looking for scuba gear lying around, not going to help you, I'm afraid.
I tried horribly, but yeah. Oh man. So we need scuba gear, or we need gills. We need.
I feel like going.
What did you guys even come up with scuba gear?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? He swallowed.
The Mingasi that were here must have had a way to go in the water. They're high tech shit.
They did. They had this really cool orb.
Don't
this
do
glass
this.
orb.
They had a really
This-
cool
This orb they
to me.
used.
that descended the ocean.
It said right when you walked in, there was a sign. You didn't notice it. It said, "Do not kick the orb, please." They're very sensitive to kicking.
And tails, apparently.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, Yeah, like it's a question of getting out of this thing and then being able to survive the after effects. So
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll since we've been told there's lots of bits of things in here. I guess the two of us will just walk around and see if there's any other like pieces of ship or just whatever.
okay. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of just like miscellaneous like bits of metal and broken exploded DeLorean laying around. So anything that was part of a car. And then most of it's just like partially digested stuff that got stuck on its way down to the trash bladder.
Like a scuba diver.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
mean, like a scuba diver, but not that. A different thing.
Can we roll for a montage where we build something out of scrap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
So,
A ship.
you're gonna build a
ship?
submarine out of scrap.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Fuck it.
Great.
Okay. I mean, the three of you together, anything's possible. Okay. So the plan is to use the ruins of a DeLorean plus a bunch of half-digested stuff to build some kind of like submersible vessel that you can use to escape and survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Okay,
Let's do
great.
it. Let's fucking do it. Who's in charge of this shit show?
Not me.
No, I should say
Clearly
no.
Rex. Clearly Rex.
Rex just wants to kick the bruise, though.
I can breathe.
That's the name
This
of
isn't
Rex's
even-
Sky album, Kicking
Oh, wait.
the Bruise.
Let's
Yeah.
make the Agaran be in
That's the
charge.
name of my
They're
second
good
book.
with war machines and all of that other stuff.
She
They're
is
very-
not here. Our gardens do not make things. They break them, and
They
this is
break
not
things.
Oh, it's the opposite. Okay. So
the kind of
let's have
place.
Basil. Oh wait, he's not here. You know
The
what?
only other sciencey person is you. I'm
I'll-
so
fine.
sorry.
I'll be
I
in.
was gonna say, you know that it's you.
It's me. Damn it.
All right.
With
Wait,
this
aren't you a master of like biology?
chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Chemical.
Yeah.
Not like
That's basically an alchemist,
mechanical.
right?
So I'm hearing you say that you're feeling like pigeonholed as being like the scientist into doing any kind of science thing. That's how it goes. That's just there's always one in a party and people will just yell at you and be like, "Science it, Luna. Just use science
You know
to make
what? This is gonna
So-
go. What could go wrong? What could
I don't
go?
know.
It's gonna go great.
Enzymes and
What
shit.
could go wrong? You know what? No. What could go?
Okay, so
I'm
you're gonna
science.
roll clever.
Okay.
You're gonna roll clever, and you're gonna roll it with help from your two friends. So you get +2. I'll give you +2 on this roll.
Yes. I need to get a 27.
That is beyond even my cruelty and not possible in the rules. But building a functional submersible out of a DeLorean and some other junk you find lying around the inside of a space
Is probably a 2.
thing.
I think that sounds like a 2 to me.
Sounds
So
like-
we already got it.
We got this.
I mean, no, but yeah, it's good that you're so eager to GM yourselves out of this problem. I like that. Good hustle, but no. Let me take a quick look at my table of difficulties here. Yeah. What's your clever?
3.
Okay, you got +2. Let's call it difficulty 8. I believe in you.
Oh,
What did I say?
You're at a 7.
and then I. And because this is something that I just resigned myself to, like, oh my god, I'm a scientist. That doesn't mean but I'm just like, I'm prepared for failure. So I'm
But
prepared to
being a
fail already.
scientist requires a certain IQ that enables you to dabble in the other fields of smartness. That
Yeah,
the
you really
rest
have
of
to
us
have a
lack.
high IQ to appreciate this submarine.
True, it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I'm prepared for failure, and then I'm like, whoa, it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
Please describe to me what this fuck fest of a submarine looks like.
Yes, explain
Have you-
this fuckfest, please.
Have you ever seen, like, You know, like the music video for Yellow Submarine, like just the like it's like that. It looks clearly like it should not be functional.
It looks
but
like
it is.
the Beatles' Yellow Submarine.
Okay, all right. So somehow
It even goes like this.
Yeah, no, perfectly. So somehow what you've ended up building is a perfect life-sized replica, cell shaded and everything, of the Beatles' Yellow Submarine from the film The Yellow Submarine. Perfect. I don't know how you did it, but there it is.
And when everyone goes, "What the fuck is this?" I don't know. I saw it. It's an Earthling thing, and that's all I knew.
It's a good submarine, Luna. So
John,
No, here's what
John,
happens.
how did we end up here, John?
We got yellow from bile, chat.
Here's what happens. She's rummaging through like all of the fucking debris and shit, and she finds like the vinyl scratch record with the picture of the submarine on.
oh
And
my
she
god.
bet-
So this DeLorean belonged to a DJ? That's even cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have this near perfect replica of the Yellow Submarine from the Beatles. And there it is. So good work. And everybody's kind of looking at it like dumbfoundedly.
Four,
Wow.
How did this happen?
We made
four
it.
strange men appear. They're like, how did we get here, John?
Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Excuse me, what did we do?
Pardon us.
And Pooch is there for
You've
some reason.
discovered our secret. We've been down here for some time.
Thank you for saving us.
Thank you. Thank you, Luna.
Thank you, Luna.
Listen, we got another 45 minutes. We can just keep doing this accent if you
They're
want.
just all bad.
Anybody else
Beatles.
want to do a Beatles impression? Pocket, you going? Anybody? No? All right. All right.
There you go.
Well, I'm sorry. Whoa. What was that? What was
What the actual
Oh,
fuck?
that's George. All right. Well, that's fine. That's a good George.
No, I mean, everybody knows the Beatles were John, Paul, George, Ringo, and the Lucky Charms leprechaun. So,
Ooh, catch his lucky charms.
Anyway, so we made a submarine,
Yeah,
guys.
so-
Good job.
We didn't
All right,
find
good.
scuba divers, but we got a Yellow Submarine.
so now all you have to do is get the thing to spit you out, escape in your Yellow Submarine, and avoid that campy drawing of Queen Victoria, and you'll be fine. So, good. So you've got this submarine now. What are you gonna do?
get in it.
Okay, sure. Yep.
And I'm just gonna look at Artemis. Listen, okay, I might be able to build whatever we're in right now. I don't even know what you call this, but you need to pilot. I'm not piloting. I didn't even pass my driver's test, honestly.
Okay, I like get into the front seat of the like DeLorean sub.
Yeah, I mean, luckily they had a training program in the town where you were
Great.
born.
Yep,
Uh,
totally.
So you can probably.
How dare you? How dare you? You thought you could slip that shit in? No one would notice. Get out, sir. Get out.
Listen, I'm just as much of a victim as anybody in this situation. So you guys, you pile into the strange DeLorean-built Yellow Submarine, and yeah, there are some controls in front of you. Currently, it is landlocked, so you can't do anything. But if you could flood this chamber, you could probably escape. So, team Kick the Bruise. Maybe you have an idea.
Yeah, I vote Rex. Actually, no, I don't think you have something I can compel.
Actually, Rex, you know,
What do you want?
when we punched it, which, you know, when Artemis punched it, not me, because, you know, she was just being a brute and screaming the whole time. But when she punched it, it reacted. So if you bit the inside with your teeth, it would probably react.
What do you mean?
Bite. And I reached down and I pat like the squishiness below us. I'm like, bite this. See what happens.
Do you know how big this thing is? It's really not.
Well, if we find the sphincter hole, the exit, you know, the way out, we could probably
You
get
mean
out.
that? And I point up at where we fell from.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There's no other exit, huh?
I mean, it's probably one. This is just you were on your way out, and some of these things got stuck.
So where does
in the secondary area?
where does this stuff go?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. If we find where it goes, then we can get towards that area and sort of force our way out.
So get fucking looking. You want me to make you a map?
Yes, that would actually be helpful. Do you have a map on you of this?
Oh God! All right.
That would be
like
very
get
helpful.
out and start looking around.
I mean, yeah, like I said, if you can force it to either like vomit you out of this thing or
Yeah.
expectorate you in some other manner, or like flood it, right? Like if you can punch a hole in it or get it to take on a bunch of water, you can pilot your new submarine out of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just a
why I was
question of
wondering
just a question of making that happen.
if Rex kicked the bruise.
It very well might. Yeah.
If you keep kicking the bruise, eventually, like maybe it'll
may
try to
have
cough
to-
up whatever is in here.
I mean, I think Luna was on the right track. Like, I think you just have to escalate a little.
Yeah, more than
Right.
just a
Well-
bite.
I mean, I don't need to be in the sub, so you guys get in the sub, and then I'll try and make it throw up. I don't.
Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. Yeah. So you spin the old timey like door shut. A little light goes on to let you know that the submarine is air sealed. That's a thing you can apparently do. And everybody gets in and straps into their seats. Rex, what is the plan? How are you going to make this thing have an upset tummy?
I want to pry a chunk of jagged metal from the wreck of the car and
Okay.
try and ram it into the purple.
Okay.
Bruise.
Sure. All right. So yeah, you walk over to the wreckage and you can peel away. There's a shriek as you peel off a big shard of car. And you walk over to the soft pallet bruise. Lift it over your head. Can you make a force roll?
Come on, Rex, you got
I think
this.
to get a reaction out of this thing, you're gonna need a force roll of like 3.
Nice.
Yeah, just like that.
Hey!
All right.
Nice.
You plunge the spear of jagged DeLorean into the surface of the creature's internal structure somewhere, and there is a terrible shrieking sound, like a low roar that builds to a shriek, and we see the thing from outside in the darkness of the Mingasi planet ocean, like inhale a huge gout of water, and very quickly you can hear it like rushing towards you. Rex, what are you gonna do? Because they're gonna get carried away by the water. Do you want to try to like get into the sub, or what do you want to do?
I think Rex just grabs onto the side of the sub.
Right. Okay. So you cling to the side of the submarine as a torrent of black water just rushes down into the thing, lifts the sub, bounces it off the wall, and suddenly you're tumbling through darkness, bouncing off wet, soggy flesh walls, passing through the creature's internal organs. Who is piloting the submarine? You need to try to pilot yourselves out of here safely.
God,
Artemis.
Artemis? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Artemis. So let's have you roll. This is going to be a careful roll to navigate. This is the sequence that's on rails. You have to. It's like a quick time event. So let's say difficulty 4 to get out like undamaged. Keep your friends from getting squished. Okay, you got 1. What are you gonna do? Let's see your roll. That's minus 2 zeros and a plus, and you got a +1. So
Yeah.
it's a totally neutral roll. It's the average roll.
Well, I'll have to use all of my shit, and I'm gonna have to make another roll again. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. I don't even have an aspect that I can ping for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's okay. You can just fail. That's all right. Doesn't mean you're gonna just all die. Just
Can I
means that it will not go as well as you like.
Can I use one to re-roll?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Which aspect are you going to use?
Oh, right. Nothing. Never mind. I won't reroll.
Okay.
I have nothing to use.
So you're getting spun around and water's rushing and everybody's getting thrown around the inside of the thing. What is Artemis's reaction to this? Like, you're outclassed. You shouldn't be piloting this thing. Are you just like teeth gritted, trying to like keep it on track? Are you panicking? What does it look like?
I'm desperately trying to just like focus on keeping it steady because there's so much just like fluid, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of tossing us around. So I'm just trying desperately to keep us as steady as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So you're just holding on as best you can, but everybody's getting bashed around. Rex, you're on the outside trying desperately to hold on. I think that you like lose your grip and then grab the tail of it. It's a terrible situation. You're all getting rolled around, but you do succeed in getting out. Rex got his roll. So you get ejected out the creature, and all you see, there's just darkness around you. All you see in the distance is the shape, this dark shape with the long kind of blue lights along its sides, kind of swimming away, resolving never to eat anything like that ever again. But we cut back to the inside of the submarine, and there's a blinking light, and the gas meter, which has been repurposed as a like an oxygen meter. It's like down at E. The little voice, the little like warning voice, which you had time to, I guess, program and record. It's like,
Sure, yeah.
running out of air, and it, everyone's in great danger. Yes, danger. And you're just floating in the darkness, and Rex is like clinging to the outside of the ship.
How close are we to our destination? Like the original destination of this underwater elevator.
I don't know that you know.
Do I see lights, or do I see a facility?
Yes. Yeah. I think you can see ahead of you in the hazy through the darkness. You can see a faint gold light somewhere off in the distance.
Okay. Rex, he pushes the shitty, not working submarine.
Okay.
Swims
All right.
slowly towards the light.
Okay. So as you get closer, and as the submarine, it's breaking off parts, starting to fall apart, and like, it's leaking inside. You're trying to keep it intact. As you get closer and closer to these gold lights, you see something. The headlights of the DeLorean, repurposed into the yellow submarine, shine their light on a shape floating in the water in front of you. At first, you're not sure what it is, but it quickly resolves into the head and two arms and two legs of a humanoid form. You see something floating there. It seems like it's a person. And then you notice the green cast of its skin, the handsome lines of its muscly body. And and then you see it resolves, and it is indeed your dear friend Basil, just floating in the water.
It's me, your friend Basil.
I'm like trying to breathe into my clothes so that I don't like
so the
gasp into
golden
much
lights
oxygen.
want anything.
What's that? No,
So the
they are.
golden
They're beyond. You just didn't see him because he's floating with no lights, right? So you're still on your way. You can pick him up on the way.
Rex motions to Basil to help him push the drowning people in their terrible submarine towards the building.
Flaps his little metal feet and gets behind and starts pushing as well.
Okay.
I accelerate us toward it.
Okay. All right. So you eventually we see that fade out, and we fade in on like an airlock, and you've pushed the yellow submarine up into this airlock. It's a big lit, like it's a circle, big ring, maybe like 20 feet across, and there is a platform in it, and the door opens, the thing floods with water. You push the yellow submarine in, a door closes, and all the water drains out of the airlock. and then the second door opens into the underwater facility. But from here, you're all just like reunited in the airlock, and there's this yellow submarine, and it's a whole thing. So, yeah. What Basil? I guess. What do you say? Because like you're seeing your friends for the first time in a while.
Hello, everyone. Wow, this turned weird.
I don't know how you found us, but I'm glad you did.
I'm glad I did too. I was floating in there for a while.
Can we like safely tumble out of the
How
sub?
did you find us?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I didn't find you. You found me. All I did was walk in and there was a hole, and I figured if I know them, they're down that hole.
Where's Twinkle?
So when you
I
say
mean,
that,
it's great to see you, but
where's Twinkle? So we cut back to the Agaran ship, and we see a cargo like room, a big empty like room with scary looking Agaran lights and all their horse shit. And we pan across and we see two Agaran guards, and we see this bulky form. We see Twinkle's big bullfrog shape with his ram horns, his tentacles. Only he has like an enormous black leather jacket on, and he's got like a lip piercing and like black lipstick on, and all of his tentacles are like down like over one eye. And the guards, they're just like standing around talking to him, and there's like heavy metal music playing in the background, and they're all just kind of like nodding. And we see Twinkle pick up like a tiny beer can and like crush it on his forehead.
He's maturing so fast.
You leave your impressionable youth with the wrong kind of people.
Growing up, so our little boy.
You grow up so fast.
Oh no, he's part of the Squirtle Squad now, dude.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yep, he's gone. So yeah, we cut back to. So you're just like, where is he? And you cut back here. And what do you say, Basil?
About that. So, Twinkle's captured.
what by who? Were you captured? By who?
No, not me. I wasn't captured. The Agarans are here, just sort of floating around out there.
I like look at Leviathan.
Let's have you make a roll, because she wants to be cool, but if you are like giving her the stare down,
Ooh.
it's different. Yeah, forceful, because you just like turn and stare at her, right?
Yeah.
I will have her resist with her.
She'll win. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Ouch.
Rex looks at Basil and he's
Whoa!
like,
Oh, what an
That's
upset!
love.
I use
That's love.
oh my god.
I use Hopeful Mangasi Urchin because I'm Mangasi, and that's the reason why I have any sort of sway over her at all.
Okay, so you turn and look at her, and she just fucking comes apart. She just like tells you everything. So you look at her,
Oh my
and she takes a
God.
step back. She's like, "Listen, I didn't know that he would come here. He just, oh God."
Then
no,
who would
it's-
come here?
God, my cousin, Emperor Darkthrone.
Wait,
he's a
Basil,
huge
Basil,
dork.
none of them look like her, do they? The older?
That's your cousin. And Basil
She nods and
dies.
she's like,
Just
"Oh God, he's such a
cracking
dweeb."
up.
But like, listen, everybody used to pick on him back in Agar, and I just thought maybe if he had something to like give him purpose, and so I was like letting him know what I was up to, and I wrote him some stuff, and she turns and looks at Basil, and she's like, "He didn't tell you anything about my letters, did he?"
No, I know
and she-
nothing about letters.
And she looks at Artemis, and she's like, "Good, because like nothing, whatever." I just don't. I mean, I didn't hear. So what is he just like here by himself, or? Oh,
No, he brought a giant warship, a massive warship, and it's just waiting for us. Oh, and apparently he believes you are here to spy on his behalf, and I'm going to betray all of you. It's going to be so much fun.
Look at Leviathan again.
Like, I'm sorry. I was telling. This was before I met you. I mean, it's nothing. Never mind. Shut up. You're all jerks. And she like,
Oh my
turns
God.
around.
Basil's like, enough rom-com. I have this communicator right here. However you're supposed to use it, I still don't know. and I'm supposed to report when you find whatever it is you're looking for, and then I get a new body. So here's what's going to happen. I'm definitely going to report you when you find it, but I'm just letting you know because we're friends.
You notice that Rex is brooding in the corner, speaking to himself, and he's like, "There's no way they didn't mention me. There's obviously why would they be here for these nobodies?" He's just like, he's literally speaking to himself. He's like, maybe he just forgot to relay a message on it.
Okay. You, and I point at Leviathan, I'm like, you stay here. I don't trust you. You're not staying with us.
She just does one of these. She's just like,
And you definitely don't get to come with us either to Basil.
Oh, but I have to come. If I don't, I will simply call the men that are already on the surface, and then they'll come down here, and that'll be crazy. So either I come.
So let's be real, they're just going to drown. So, sure.
They have a ship. They have all sorts of things. If you can build whatever the hell that is, I'm sure they'll find a way.
This was made with teamwork and love, okay?
Hey,
Love!
you look
Basil
over at it, and the submarine just goes, clunk, 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 like falls apart. And
and he's coming. Rex puts his arm around you, Basil, and then he's like, they mentioned me, right?
God.
He's going to sell us out for a body. He's literally admitted that.
I mean, you were mentioned.
So we
Okay.
cut to
Oh,
the
thank
like.
Anymore.
That's it. Rex just goes, "Oh, thank God," and then
Yeah,
just
so
like
you're like
keeps
you
walking.
were mentioned. We cut to the bridge/throne room, and we see the picture of the hologram of Rex, and the hologram is like wearing diapers and has the word like dummy written on his chest, and Emperor Darkthrone is like leaned over and he's like, soon Rex, soon I will destroy you forever, and just like staring angrily at the hologram, and then cut back.
Yeah, I'm like, he hates you a great deal.
Thank God. You know, it's
Hold on.
whatever.
Yeah, Basil plays to Rex's bed, and he's like, all I'm saying is let me come with you, and the sooner I can report you, the sooner you can meet this fine gentleman, and who knows what epic battles will ensue.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
I've already
You guys are overreacting. Basil's
walking away.
with us.
Yeah,
I
so
put it
when
in
you,
my pocket.
Artemis, when you start to walk away, you get one last from Leviathan, like, no, like, I'm sorry.
I'm
She
so
doesn't actually say that. She never apologized, but
No, of course not. I'm so irritated that I turned to her and I'm like, could you just go back to hating me, please? What happened here? And then I turn around and just keep walking away.
yeah. And as you walk away, we stay on her, and she snarls. She's like, I wish I could hate you.
Oh my God.
And you just see storm off. Okay. So do you go by yourself, or does anybody gonna follow Artemis?
We follow. I think we all follow.
Yeah.
Doing a strappy strut. Like, I don't need any of you. None of you care about this. I don't care anymore.
All right. So you walk out into this. Essentially, it's like a glass tube with the hexagon kind of like hologram floor walkway, and it's glowing a faint gold. And you can see around you, you're close enough to the floor, the ocean floor, that there's like kelp and stuff like floating and like little luminescent fish kind of swimming around in them. And you are walking up towards this big circular door. And your friends are like a little ways behind, but as you walk up, it opens up for you. And we just see you backlit by this massive like golden light, like suitcase from Pulp Fiction gold light.
Right, okay.
And you're just like a black silhouette as you walk into this golden room. And we follow you in, Artemis, and you have a few minutes alone in this room. But the room is a massive sphere, and in the center of it is a staircase, and it's like a sci-fi hovering staircase of just like platforms that go up. And most of the room is taken up by an enormous, throbbing golden brain. Just like a huge brain.
God, please tell me this is who we've been talking to.
And there are wires and conduits that run from the outside into the brain. The wires run down into the planet, and it's just floating there in the center of this room. It's like throbbing and glowing. And then there's stairs that lead up to the frontal lobe.
I'll start climbing the stairs.
Okay, so you start to climb up the stairs, and then you find yourself face to cortex with this enormous brain.
Hello?
A booming voice echoes on the inside of your skull and says, Artemis of the Mingasi, welcome. And it like echoes out.
Thank you. Have we met? Just to make sure.
I have a hand in the DNA of each and every Mingasi. In a way, I am your father and mother. Welcome home, Artemis. And it echoes.
Thank you. Okay. At a loss for words. Just
Yeah. So you hear the voice again, and it's quieter, and it's it's too much. Have I upset you? Are you okay? I was practicing while I was waiting for you. I'm sorry about being a jerk before. I'm so lonely. No one ever comes down here. So
no. I just
the doors of knowledge
Oh.
are open to you, Artemis. Welcome to the. Listen, Sorry. So what? How's it going? Did you like the planet?
Yeah, we almost drowned on the way here, though. That elevator thing broke.
Yes, it's sort of ancient. Maintenance team, extinct and everything. So,
Right.
but hey, good work. Good work getting down here. Nice utilization of your servitor races. Good job. Really subservient. Look at them. Look at them down there. And we turn and you see them kind of arguing and battling their way up the stairs, and everybody's kind of doing their thing. And it's yep, you got them real in servitude. It's good stuff.
So what is this place? Why is it underwater?
You have entered the sanctum of the erudite eternal. I am the knower of that which is known. Ask unto me a question, if you will.
Okay. Why am I still alive?
Well, the Mingasi are immortal, aren't they? We designed them that way. Oh, you mean because everyone else is dead? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good question. It's a very good question. And I don't know the answer. But if you wanted to stay with me for a couple of 100 years, I'm sure we could figure it out.
No, I don't want to do that. If we're trying to figure out, there's another Mingasi out there who's sick because of the same thing that killed everybody else. But
so as Artemis is saying that, Rex, you're walking up behind, so you hear that part.
Rex is his hands are behind his head. He's having an outlaw fantasy of fighting all the Agarans. And the conversation snaps him back to reality. Yeah.
An outlaw fantasy.
I love it.
Yeah.
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 What? No, I was just thinking about punching people.
He's
So you
like,
get to the top of the stairs.
is this the guy? Is the brain?
He says he knows everything, but
Yo, how many fingers am I holding up?
like giving this look like, what the
I mean,
fuck,
I
man?
don't. Listen, I know everything, but I can't see through you. Okay, don't be a
Well,
dick.
not everything.
Was it 3?
No.
Oh. All right. It's a good guess.
Look, is there anything that could like jumpstart a Mingasi system or set us back to 0? Like
Yes.
we were geneticists, so there must be something like that.
The Mingasi Imperium prepared me for such a situation. Behold the golden apple. And there's like a beam of light like from above and some like thunder and lightning sound effects. And up from in front of you, kind of just like out of nowhere, just floats this gold apple. Just like floats up in front of you. And the erudite eternal gives you a moment to ooh and ah appropriately. In fact, seems to be waiting for it.
I look at Rex and then look at the apple and then look at Rex like,
Wait, so you didn't need the vial of blood that I've been keeping in my stomach this entire trip?
I look at him like, oh, so you're willing to give him blood? Okay.
It's not my blood.
Oh. So you're willing to give him someone else's blood?
Yeah, that was the whole point of the trip.
Look upon the apple and it's more mighty. Check it out. We made it for you.
so what does this do exactly?
The golden apple is a plan to restart the Mingasi if they were ever to undergo a terrible situation, such as being destroyed by some kind of plague, or perhaps an enormous meteor, or other bad thing that destroyed most of them. But with the correct genetic material, the Imperium can be rebuilt.
All right, so what do we do with the apple?
So the apple,
If she eats it, will she just be better?
the apple is a metaphor.
What?
It contains genetic code, mutation abilities, protocols. But first, you must find the correct soil in which to plant its seeds. The Imperium identified only one such species. And we see like a hologram appear of the Vitruvian man. Yeah. The Vitruvian man appears like boing. And it says, only one species in all the universe, malleable enough for us to begin again.
Hey, I'm gonna stop you here real quick. We don't need to begin again because I know where the princess is. I just need you to cure her. That was what we agreed on. That's why we came down here.
We don't want to restart.
Well, hold
everything.
hold on. The Empire was good, some might say very good, for the galaxy.
But this isn't about that. This is about her. Like that's what all of this has been for.
A princess? Of what exactly?
I look at Rex.
Oh, I'll fight all of you in this room at once.
On your side.
Listen, I'm not saying anything.
Brain, I'll fucking eat you.
He'll do it. I've seen
And
it,
I'll
Brain.
acquire the knowledge. So you tell me right now. How do I fix her?
The apple contains all the information that you require. If you are able to plant its seeds, you will be able to recover your princess.
Great.
It
All
can
right, cool.
undo the damage that was done.
Right.
Rex grabs the apple.
Okay. All right. I mean, you reach out and then get zapped by the like energy field around it.
Hey, give me the
and
apple.
It, like snaps you back.
I'll like reach out to grab what looks like an apple.
Okay. So you like reach out for it, and the erudite eternal says, "Wait, before you take the golden apple. Know that carried within is the history and future of your people, Artemis. Do not squander this gift. And it like echoes kind of dramatically. Okay, you can take it now. It's fine. I turned the field off.
Okay.
Cut off like fucking 30 seconds ago.
So you reach out and you take it, and it's like kind of tingly and like heavy. Feels like it's like made out of metal.
Can I, if I like twist it and stuff, does it open or?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, it's definitely a device of some kind, but you don't really know. Like, you'd have to examine it further.
Okay.
See how it actually works.
What should we do? Should we just leave with it? We don't really know how to use it.
I mean, does he know how to use it? Mr.
All will
Cryptic?
become clear in time.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's just take it.
You're like, fuck off, let's go. Wait. I know lots of other interesting stuff. Don't leave yet. Come on.
I'm on the club. All right. And I want to get off this shithole.
But I made you that cool spaceship monster. Didn't you like that?
Where is it?
I could make some other monsters. We could have a birthday party. It would be fun.
Like what?
I don't know, like a bunny with like a lizard tail. That's just my first idea. I could make all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
You guys like marsupials?
Man, I feel bad leaving you behind. You seem like desperately lonely.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've only been here for millennia. Mighty Xanadu, all alone. It's fine. I'll just make myself some friends. The termites like me.
Yeah, then how do we get back up?
He says, I can rebuild you another elevator. You broke my first one.
It was a piece of shit.
Listen, nobody used it in a while. Anyway.
It was nice. Okay,
I can return you to the surface if that is what you desire.
Can you build anything?
Given time, yes. Anything you can imagine.
Rex leans in to Basil and he's like, it's biological. Okay.
Is it only biological?
No, my primary function was to manage genetic information, but I built many terrors for the Imperium, warships the like this universe has not seen since.
You don't want it.
I feel like I want it though.
And I lean into Basil and I'm like, you should take it.
I want it. I do want
the devil and the angle on your shoulders.
You should take
Excuse
it.
me, Brain.
Yes.
Brain. How long would it take to build a world-devastating warship?
I can only create weapons of such power if I am ordered to do so by the Mingasi.
Basil just looks at
camera,
Artemis
just whoomp.
Yeah, what if you just stick to
I know.
some muscles? Yeah, we gotta fight those.
Yes, but what about
guards.
a world devastator? Wouldn't that be fun? Artemis?
It kind of takes the fun out of it, though, right?
No, but don't you understand? If you're it, you're the emperor of the Mingasi Imperium. You can do whatever you want.
I don't want you to have a warship.
Well, that's just fine because the Agarans do. And I pull out my communicator. I'm like, okay, we found it, fellas.
Right. So you're like, all right, everybody, time to go. And up above, the Agaran like strike team readies itself for action, and we see the great black shape of what the hell was this ship's called? Storm of the Light's Bane.
That's right.
Drifting over the planet that you're on, and underneath on its surface, all of these sort of scale-like openings begin readying their weapons, and guns like emerge and start to power up, getting ready to pummel the planet with lasers. And you hear over her wrist-mounted comm, Leviatha who has like obviously followed even though you told her to fuck off.
Right.
You hear her comm go off, and you hear, "Coven, I am ready to strike." And Leviathan looks at you, Artemis, like conflicted. And I think this is actually a great place to end the episode with everybody kind of looking at each other like, oh, fuck, what are we going to do? Because she's not sure whether she wants to attack, and she's like in love with you, but you just rebuffed her. And like everybody wants their own thing. So
Rex is grinning. He's clicking his knuckles. This is his
that's where
alpha fantasy.
Pummel me with lasers. Fuck it.
That's where we fade out
Give me your
to
lasers.
to be continued. ... question mark. Cool. Good stuff. Welcome back, everybody. This is Nebula Jazz. This is what it is. This is what we do to ourselves.
It took us 4 hours to go down an elevator.
Yeah. It's just like, it's fine. It's fine. Gotta have a good elevator sequence. Get a little funicular in there.
I mean, we can't talk. In Mountains of Power, it took us like 3 days to leave a casino, or 3 different episodes to leave a casino. So
Yeah, but
I
that
wonder-
shit was lit.
I wonder in the like grand history of all of roleplay, I wonder what like the longest amount of in-game time.
The longest like scene.
Yeah, the like accomplish one thing. How long? I mean, I've been party to many of them.
I thought what you were going to say is, I wonder across all of roleplay, how many casino sequences have happened.
Some may say too many.
Yeah, some may say it's one of those tropes where you're like, I need a place where you can cause some chaos.
Even Star Wars copied us.
Yeah,
they had a pointless casino scene too.
Canto Bite was very Nebula Jazz. That whole side, that side sequence that everybody thought was pointless and stupid. Yeah,
Nebula Jazz.
That's our show.
That's our whole show. Come on, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the extended Canto Bite sequence. We'll be back next time with more Nebula Jazz shenanigans. We're gonna go and record the post show for our patrons, and that's it for us for today. Let's go. We'll go around and say our goodbyes. Let's do some shout outs. Luna, Pokket, let's do it. Start us off. Hit it.
hit it. Yay! I'm Pokket, and I play Luna Kiara. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad we're back. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that today was a lot of fun. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pokket. I stream every day but Monday, where I'm doing Nebula Jazz instead. And yeah, my lights are out, so hi. It's really dark here. I was just getting into character, getting into character. We're in a dark, being, so yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
sure.
I should have turned off my lights. Fuck it.
Everybody believes that is true.
I'm just role playing.
Jesse, just take her attention away. It's your turn.
Okay, so hi everyone. Jesse from the internet. Now I'm totally unified under branding. YouTube.com/JesseCox, Twitch.com/TV/JesseCox, JesseCox on Twitter. I'm everywhere, baby. Google me. Actually, don't do that. You'll only find bad things. I love you. Mwah. See you guys next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Jesse Cox. Formerly Shibuzi, now for reals, Jesse Cox.
Yep.
Sam, my dear dying sick boy, I'm glad you're better. Shout it out. Where can people find you playing Monster Hunter like a boss real damn soon?
I'm over on twitch.tv/Strippin and Strippin everywhere else. Even if you Google Strippin, I think I beat porn now, which is a big deal.
Hey, nice.
Just make sure you leave that G off to be safe. I'm going to be playing Nier all week from noon PST every day. And then on Friday, I know most of you are probably watching JP, but we're going to be doing some Monster Hunter 24 hours. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up playing with JP, to be honest. So good times.
Nice. Good stuff. And last but not least, infected by what I'm sure will be an adorable parasite, it's Dodger.
Hello, everybody. I'm infected by an adorable parasite, but in the meantime, before it leaves my body, you can find me at DexBonus on pretty much everything. I stream and put shitty memes on Twitter. So I also have a coffee company. You can find it at dodgercoffeeco.com. So that's me.
Yeah, scooping in those last minute nerps. Nice catch.
Thank you.
Schwicked. Cool. Well, I'm the spacemaster of this tragedy. My name is Adam Koebel. You can find me right here doing this. And also, if you come back tomorrow, you can watch the Boss Ass Dungeons & Dragons show we do. It's me and Max and Dan S Gaming and Zeke and JP. It's called Core Swords. We've been doing it for a long time, and it's real good right now, so you better come on and check it out. Otherwise, I'm at Skinny Ghost on Twitter, twitch.tv/Adam Koebel, doing things, role-playing. It's good stuff. We will see you next time, everybody. Thank you for coming. I am exhausted, and this was ridiculous. We're going to go record a post-show. See you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.